brighter light. Inner circles here where voices thrive. Turn on your screens, let the magic unfold. Listening and healing as stories are told. Come one, come all, this is your time. No topics too tough, just heed the calls. From mental health woes to justice we seek. Together we rise for the strong and the meek. A safe space for all, let's lift every voice. Inner Circle podcast where hearts unite. Sharing our truths, bringing hope to the light. Community strong, we're never alone. Together as one, we've created a home. With laughter and love, we break down the walls. No topics too tough, just heed the calls. From mental health woes to justice we seek. Together we rise for the strong and the meek. A safe space for all, let's lift every voice. So join the conversation, let's set the tone. In a Circle podcast where love is well known.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Monday, November 17, our Entertainment Monday. Every Monday, my co-host, dynamic co-host, Ms. B, and I come here, giving some entertainment news, giving some juicy stuff. So I'm your host, Abe Kamara. Hope you had a great weekend. Ms. B, welcome to the show.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, it's your girl, Miss B. What's it doing today?
Good, that's great. Folks, again, thank you so much for joining us on this Monday, our Entertainment Monday. You can contribute to the conversation tonight, put a comment in the chat or call our number 952-594-5154. Follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, LinkedIn, X, Apple Podcast, Spotify, everywhere. Man, Miss B, anyway, again, welcome to the show. How was your weekend?
Oh my gosh, my week was exhausting. It really was. I went from Sunday to Sunday. I know I get stuff done, but I'm just like, came Sunday, I was exhausted, but I still got stuff done. I had late nights of events for work. And then on the weekend, I had a fundraiser. We put together a fundraiser for Dr. Yakasa Wei. He's running for Senate District 44. He's in the Little Canada district. And we had a fundraiser for him here in Brooklyn Park. You know, the community, inviting the community, especially the Liberian community, to come out and support. And we had a good turnout. We had a pretty good turnout, but I know we can do more. We can definitely do more, folks. We have Yakasa and other Liberian candidates running for office in 2026, and we have other African immigrant candidates running for office in 2026. And so it's important that we show up and put up in 2026 by donating to people's campaigns. And then Sunday, my girlfriend and her partner, they planned a family's brunch on Sunday. And so we did that. And I had to go to this farmers event. You know, shout out to our African immigrant farmers. They do have, it's called Mefea. And they do have the Minnesota's African Immigrants Farmer Association. And we have farmers that are doing a lot here, and they had their festival event on Sunday. And so, you know, my boss and I was invited to go to that, and I was exhausted. So it's been it was a busy week. I don't want to have that type of week again anytime soon.
Okay. First of all, it's like a fundraiser. What Senate district is the candidate is the Liberian candidate running?
So he's in Senate District 44. He's running against the incumbent Tu Zhang. He lives in Little Canada. I believe the other cities are Maplewood, Little Canada, Woodbury,
Mm,
and I'm forgetting one of the cities in his district that he's running for. So he's running for Senate district, right? That's the Minnesota Senate, folks, not Congress, but the Minnesota State Senate, and that's huge that he's running for. He was once the city council member for Falcon Heights,
mm.
the city of Falcon Heights, and he left that after serving his term. Then he went to go finish his PhD, and so he took a little break, and now he's back on the political trail here. So we're really, really supporting him and rooting for him. I'm working on his campaign along with a great team of other folks, right, trying to get him elected.
Okay. So tell him he's welcome to come on to the Inner Circle podcast
Yes.
for our political Thursday, right? Wherein we can ask him what his, what's his campaign it's about, how he's trying to, what message he has for us, for the community, and how the community can actually support him. But how was the fundraiser though? I mean, because I didn't hear a lot of publicity about it. These are some of the things you say the community don't support, but I didn't hear a lot of, I didn't see flyers. I didn't hear a lot about it. Or did you guys just decide to, do something quick or what?
No, I mean, it's just one of those things where you think you've told enough people to share, and I don't know, you like if I get something and I'm not the media host, I tell other people about it, especially something like that, right? If I get it, I'm
Mhm.
gonna share that information. I mean, I put them in what I felt were like major WhatsApp groups that I'm a part of, or there are community WhatsApp groups. There was a Facebook event page that I shared with my network. I was co-hosting it with other folks. It's just one of those things, you just try and get it out there as best as possible. I just encourage people, outside of like a wedding or baby shower, even those things you guys share pretty well. But outside of, those personal things like this, if you get it, please share it far and wide. Let's get as much people as possible to share. It's not too late. If you didn't come to the fundraiser, you can still give to the campaign. And I'm telling everybody, even as little as $5 helps. If you can give more, that's great. But even as little as $5, it doesn't cost you anything to donate. It's not a fee like other websites charge a processing fee. It's not a fee. And actually, what happens is you get it back, right? You can file it and get it back. Yes, you
So
can
that's
file.
that was my next question. Like, I mean, you're asking folks to donate. I think sometimes some of the disconnect is in America, right? There are tax deductions, right? So if somebody contribute to a campaign, is that tax deductible?
Yes.
Can they file on their taxes?
Yes, they can file it on their taxes. And the maximum you can donate to a campaign is $1,000, and you can file it on your taxes. I forget sometimes, but campaigns always send me the information so that I can be able to file it on my taxes. So yes, you can file it on your taxes. It's not free. Like I said, it doesn't cost you money. There's no transaction fee for doing it online, doing it electronically. And then again, it is a tax write-off. So they really want you to support people's candidates here in this country. That's one thing
Okay,
I'll say.
okay, that's good. Well, folks, you have heard it, right? Let us support our African immigrant candidates. There are a lot of them running this cycle. Folks are getting, in the 2026 cycle, you see a lot of, I think, all over the country, right? I think folks are waking up to the reality that we have to get involved. We have to be active here. So I'm glad that more African immigrants are putting their heart into politics, right here, instead of sometime across the Atlantic. So great to
Uh,
see that.
and we have
Yeah,
no Liberian representation, and so we got to show up and step up.
especially in the
To stay
capital
with
city
the
of
largest,
in the
yeah,
capital city of
concentration. The
Liberians
capital city outside of the Liberia. This is the
uh,
largest concentration of Liberians,
outside of
and the
Liberia.
Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center has occupied the largest amount of Liberians, honestly, in the state. Are living in Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center. So
So one of the things you could do, right? One of the things I could do, right, to actually energize and the contribution, before I get to my weekend, right, and before we get to the segment. right? The country, one of the things I think sometimes we forget, right? I think if you want to energize the community, if you want to energize the, because it shouldn't only be Liberians in Minnesota doing those, I mean, like donations, contributing to these campaigns, right? It should be Liberians all over this country,
Yep.
that are contributing to these campaigns. But one of the things, you guys that are involved directly in this is like folks like Nakita works in that's in Colorado there, right? Here, maybe like get her on the line and it's like some kind of a virtual thing, right? Or maybe even invite her over, right? It's like you have to when because she's been in that position now for a little bit, right? She's been there. She can, I think the point I'm trying to make, there are a lot of Liberians. I think I don't know, right, for sure, but I know Nakira Ricks and a couple of Liberians even on the East Coast there were elected into local positions. So I think it's about coordination, collaboration. How best can these candidates around the country, because sometimes you'd be surprised. Oh, there's a Liberian mayor in a small city, but no one knows about him, right? It's like, okay, because he's like nobody, he's just there, right? He's not coming to the community, informing the community, hey, I'm the mayor of X, Y, and Z city, or I'm on this council and things like that. I think that what I'm getting to know since we got into the business, right, is like there are a lot of Liberians, even African immigrants that are in local position in this country, but it's not being publicized, right?
No.
It's like it is just within that. So I think my little advice, with you guys would be like, get folks like Nakita Wicks, the Huda Hisley,
Yeah.
it's like collaborate, right? Like Liberians that are serving in those positions, even African immigrants that are serving in those positions. Let there be some collaboration, even joint fundraisers, right? Candidates for different positions do it, candidates do it, right? Do a joint fundraiser because election in this country, especially for these local elections, every 2 years.
Yeah.
So every one of them same, probably going through the same campaign cycle or election cycle. So I think it would be good if there can be some joint fundraisers and collaboration and things like that. So that would just be my little piece of advice.
No, that is great advice. That is great advice. We are trying to do a coordinated campaign here in Minnesota across the seven folks that are running for the four for right now that we know of that are running for the Liberian that are running for office. And then there's seven, I believe, African immigrants that we know so far that are running for office this year, outside of the incumbents who will be coming back to get reelected. We have seven new folks that are going to be running for office this year. And I am working on creating a coordinated campaign for these candidates, advising these campaigns, and working on bringing a coordinated campaign together. And that one of the objectives is to have a joint fundraiser across all of these candidates campaign to raise, the goal is I want to raise at least $10,000 to distribute at minimum. I'm sure we can raise more, but $10,000 at minimum to distribute across all these campaigns that I'm advising and working on.
That's good. That's good. That's a good initiative. I hope you have Bernice Cooper who's running for Broken Park City Council. I hope you have her on your list,
Yes.
folks that you want to help
Yeah.
because
Bernice
you know,
Cooper, Yakasa Wehi, Ian Uendo, Huda Hitsley are running for office this 2026, just to name a few of the folks. Some folks haven't declared yet, but they have told me that they're interested in running for office. I mean, just Saturday at our fundraiser, a young man, a gentleman, who lives in the East District of Brooklyn Park, is declaring to run for city council. So
a, Lib-
it's going
a,
to be an
Liber-
interesting
a, Li-
2026, huh?
a Liberian.
A Liberian. He is a Liberian.
Okay,
Yes. Yep.
so Bernice Cooper is running for the West District, and we're going to have a Liberian
Running for
uh
East District.
for the East District. Okay, that's
Yes.
great. That's great. I mean, if we can get 2 for 2 or 2 for 1, I won't be
Yeah.
bad.
We
So tell
have
him
Liberian running for the House, and we have Liberian running for the Senate. So,
they are all welcome here on the Inner Circle podcast,
yep.
right? We want to give the national platform, national
Yes.
and international platform, and
I
so I
think it'll
think
be great to have all of them on at once and make it even more powerful. So I will see how we can figure out for them to come on a Thursday and all, be on the show.
that would be great. That would be great. Anyways, for my weekend, nothing eventful. Saturday hung out with my boys, play basketball and talk trash. And then Sunday,
Hanging out the boys is never not eventful.
no, it's not eventful. It's not eventful. It's for our mental health.
What
Folks.
was the main topic of conversation? Who got married this weekend? Who was
First of
finally
all, I'm glad
who's
that you
no
brought that
longer
up.
available?
I'm glad that you brought that up. Shout out to our panelist and one of our panelists, Patience. She got married
Congratulations,
last
patience.
week. I mean, congratulations, girl. Congratulations to you and your hubby for a successful wedding, for a great wedding. So, and it
Mm-hmm.
was also her birthday, right? So, man, it's like imagine getting married
Two
your
for
birthday
one.
week and two for two for one. She gave it two for one. So, we want to wish Patience a happy belated birthday and also, congratulations on your wedding, on your beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful wedding. Nice couple,
Congratulations.
beautiful couple. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to me and my boys, where we just do trash talking, roasting. I don't know. You get like we had a topic here, like how women don't get along. Well, we boys, we roast one another. We get along. We don't no hard feelings.
Woo!
No hard
Abraham is
feelings.
the biggest roaster among them all. Like
Nah,
seriously.
I'm not.
Like
No, I'm not.
seriously.
No, I'm not. I'm not. We just crack joke. Play basketball first of all. We just play basketball for 3 hours, and then from there go to someone's house, at a Liberian Kobo shop, get some Kobo and just have fun. First of that's what Minnesota is known for now, right? You got so many Kobo shops. So as it's like
Exactly. Like don't nobody be
you get
having time to cook. It's unfortunate, but then it's fortunate because at least we're keeping our businesses in business.
exactly. The only thing I would like to see though, I like to see these Kobo shop go mainstream. Maybe have a Liberian, pepper chicken, Liberian, it's like have a Liberian restaurant. If you can have a Chinese fried rice, I said this right. Is that a Liberian fried rice is way better than a Chinese fried rice. Give me Liberian fried rice any day, best,
I
and
mean, I don't
Liberians
want
do
to
the
just say it because we're Liberian and we're on this
and
platform, but
Liberians
we
do
cook the
and
best.
Liberians do the best
Everybody
jollof.
says it.
Yeah, and Liberians do the best jollof rice. So man,
Yeah,
someone need to go mainstream.
we cook the
Open
best.
a open a joint. Even pretend to name your Chinese restaurant and just do Liberian food. How's that?
But there's a new Maryland. They're comparing it to that of a Chipotle. It's
Hey,
a restaurant. It's Liberian owned. I think she's Liberian. Her husband's Nigerian, but it's Liberian food. It's Liberian dishes, and it's that too of comparison of um Chipotle. So I think it's called mm, Amera or something. It's in Maryland. So
maybe
we're
maybe
getting
we
there.
we'll
We're
reach out
getting
to her
there.
and we'll reach out to her and maybe bring them on the show.
Hmm.
We need to says my passion is to promote local entrepreneurs, local businesses, folks that are breaking barriers, folks that are doing great things, not afraid to take that leap. I think if you are listening to us tonight and you own a Kobo shop or you can really cook, is that go mainstream over fried rice, fried chicken. The Liberians, when it comes to that, man, they're the best. People eat Chinese. When we travel, sometimes the only food you want to eat Chinese food, and sometimes these foods, and hey, no, they do respect there, but they can be tasted sometimes. But that's the only option. That's the only choice you have. So
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Well, anyways, so that and then on Sunday went to the Vikings game. I volunteered at the Vikings game.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I was too exhausted for that. Oh my gosh, I saw that game. Oh, Vikings. Really?
To all the Vikings fans, sorry, man. I'm a Cowboys fan, but to the Vikings fan, you guys don't have a quarterback. The Vikings don't have a quarterback. I would just say that. Right? They had a great quarterback last year, and they let him go. So now you take a kid who just 2 years 2 years removed from college and made him a quarterback number one. He just throwing interception left and right. But hey, sorry to all the Vikings fans, but it was a great game. It's always if you haven't attended an American football game, it's always great entertainment. That's what
On any
it's the
given
entertainment.
Sunday, you just don't know
Is
because,
the entertainment aspect of it, right? To me, when I attend these events, especially American football, is great
but it wasn't
entertainment.
the it wasn't the quarterback to me on Sunday. It was the defense that just you after you recover the game and had the lead in 50 seconds left. How do you lose the game?
Was this? I mean, the special team mess up. I think, and I know what you're talking
Why
about
do they
right now.
allow the special team to come in?
But that's how the play is.
I didn't understand that before. I just processed that
Okay.
for the first time yesterday. I'm
Yeah, that's
like,
the
the
special
special
team.
team, that's
Mm,
unfair. That's unfair
mhm.
to the Vikings. They shouldn't have been able to, they shouldn't have to bring in a special team.
Okay. Anyway, that's how the game works. It was a special teams fault. But anyway, the Vikings, as you say in Liberia, they try. They're still another. you know,
Yeah,
they
your
did
your
their best.
offense came back from that level of a defeat at the last minute, and then the special team. Why are they special? Why are they called the special team? Because they special.
No, that's how it works. That's how it works, though. That's how it works. So anyway, well, Mary, so I'm calling on you, right? Maybe like you should talk to Miss B here, right? Maybe you can open a little, restaurant. But yes, definitely. Maybe I'll reach out to try your food. I trust you, Liberians and especially folks from West Africa can really cook though, Liberians, Sierra
We
Leoneans,
can cook. We can cook.
Guineans. I trust you guys, so no doubt. I will try it. I love good African Liberian Sierra Leonean food. I love them. So
Yeah.
you, you know,
It seems like, the East Coast has more African restaurants than us.
like that are actually in business, right?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
really. There's a
It's
lot
not
more African
it's not a
restaurants
kobo
than us.
it's not a kobo shop type. It's at your restaurant.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
okay.
looking like, I mean, the presentation, I don't know if it's just for this, like Zion Kitchen, looking like really nice
Mm-hmm.
presentation.
Mm-hmm.
The food looks really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
This one is in Laurel, MD, Maryland. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of restaurants in Silver Springs, uh, you know, so Bladensburg is one called Gama Kitchen. They got us beat here in Minnesota, and they have good reviews.
We'll reach out to them and see how best it. Let them come and give us their secret sauce.
Yeah.
Why?
What are
What's the
they
difference?
doing that they're so successful? I
Yeah.
think it's you have to market your food outside of your community, to be
You have
honest.
to. You have to. Well, you have to
Yeah.
in order to go mainstream in that, right? And I look like the out of the food Liberians cooked, West Africans cook, especially Liberians and Sierra Leoneans, right? Those are very, very good food. As I said, I would take a Liberian fried rice or jollof or Liberian fried rice any day over a Chinese fried rice. Of course,
Yeah.
and if you take that fried rice mainstream, no typical Americans would give up on Chinese fried rice,
Yeah.
right? But we are not doing it. It's like as you said, right? They are not marketing themselves. They only marketing themselves to the
No.
community. You got to market yourself outside of the community, and we are doing it. Is that you got to do it really well. You got to do it. You
And
got to
this
do it
Zion
really, really
Kitchen,
well.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
in DC. They have multiple locations.
See.
Zion Kitchen Laurel, Zion Kitchen DC, Crab and Chicken Laurel, and then they have Zion Kitchen Lounge.
Okay. Okay. So whatever you guys are
Doing
doing
well for themselves.
whatever you guys are doing in the DMV area there or the whole East Coast, come here and give us your secret sauce. What are you doing different? How can Liberians in other areas, in other locales, copy your style, right? Maybe you can
Come and
franchise.
open locations here.
Exactly. Copy,
Yeah, open
you know,
location
come
here
on,
or
come on.
franchise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Franchise and see,
It's
and take
not
it.
hard to turn your business into a franchise, people. It's just getting a lawyer and working out the legal things and figuring
Yep,
out what are you offering with the franchise fee. Like a franchise can be $30,000, right?
yep,
So
yep,
imagine somebody wants to utilize your name and the likeness and they pay you $30,000, right? And you offer
yep.
them, maybe you'll pay for all the marketing comes in that fee. Just it doesn't we don't have to think on the level of McDonald's, right? Not all There's a lot of franchises, not all of them cost $300,000 like a McDonald's, to
Or
start.
million
So
or $1 million, and things like that.
oh,
Yeah, okay.
McDonald's is at $1 million now. Wow.
Well, you talking talking about a major international brand. To get a McDonald's, you need to be loaded.
I know, right?
So
So
by the way, kind of take missing business with entertainment tonight, but that's
yeah,
for
that's
another
true.
Yeah, that's for another day. That's for another day. But folks, tonight is the rise of the 10 seconds attention span. Are we all losing patience as a society? Miss B, man, I don't know about you, but these days I can hardly wait on my microwave. My kids never seems to have any patience when they want something. They want it like now, like now. The other thing is I know we do this like this show we do it like for 1 hour, right? And things like that, right? But is anyone even watching 1 hour shows, 2 hour shows anymore? The movies, you don't see people going to the movies. It's just a TikTok, like 10 seconds, 20 second. It's like as a
No,
society, have
actually,
we just lost patience? It's like you know what no one is go ahead.
outside of outside of movies being an actual hour or whatever length of time, television is not that long, because an hour show, you think it's actually really only 45 minutes you're watching of actual show, because when you think about all the commercials, it's 15 minutes of commercials and
Hmm.
then another 5 minutes of credits, so you're actually really watching 40 minutes of a show on television, right? And so, and I'm sure now, they're getting, it's probably even getting shorter, because yeah, the attention span, you got to think about the fact that people have access to television right in their hand,
That's the point,
and they're
yeah. Mhm.
scrolling that thing all day long. So you need to be able to capture them quickly, or else they're going to
I,
move to the next thing. I think because we can consume so much more easily, more we can access so much more consumption easily. That is why our attention span now is so short. You got to think how you used to access television and entertainment was you had to be stationary in front of a TV at a certain time.
but if you are consuming so much so quick, it's like in a short span of time, right? And then like so much, are you even getting anything out of it? Are you learning anything? Are you consuming anything that that's gonna last, right? Because even that's why like kids, it's like even like the whole idea of reading anymore, right? Even for adults to take a book and read, it's so hard.
Yeah.
Is that because everyone just if you watching those, 20 20 seconds or 30-second TikTok funny videos or YouTube funny videos or Facebook funny videos because now everyone on the internet has become a comedian, for some for some reason, right? So it's like that's all folks are doing, right? Are you even learning anything? The rise of TikTok, the reason why TikTok has become the number one app in the world, is because of they figured a way to just make these 10 second, 20 seconds, or 30-second videos, right? And it's so effective. And
I don't
that's
even
what the
think
kids have.
people watch 30 seconds anymore. I really think it's about 10 seconds.
Okay, yeah,
That's how
okay.
sad it is.
And that's why even the kids or everyone has gravitated towards TikTok, and TikTok has become the number one, like app, social media app in the world. It's because of that.
Wow. And who owns it now? Have we been able to take it away from the
Well,
people?
TikTok is owned by Biden, but right now the administration is working. Well, the American TikTok, obviously, the American TikTok there's a deal being worked out for the Chinese owner, which is ByteDance, to sell it to some American investors, and that deal is still ongoing. But I don't think it hasn't been finalized yet. But it's just the American TikTok, right? Anything outside of America will still be owned by the Chinese, But it's just the
We're
kind
the
of world.
largest consumers. And
Well,
I bet you Mark Zuckerberg is in line to buy it.
no, it's not Mark Zuckerberg. It's Larry Ellison of Oracle and some other Trump. I think what's his name? Trump's son-in-law is involved in the deal as well, if I'm not mistaken.
So Trump did
Um,
all of this so he could take the people's company.
nah, it's investors. It's not him. It's not. Don't blame me on him. It's investors. But
But yeah, I mean, I was watching, there's a documentary about this school that took the students electronics away from them for 21 days. And I think within a week, maybe it was a week or less, the kids were saying how life was that much better. They were playing more, they were having more conversations, they were looking at, and then they talked about some of the things that the phone was causing for them. And I'm like, why don't you just remove yourself? how their phone would make them feel depressed, that they weren't adequate, that they weren't enough. They would go to sleep having nightmares because the last thing they saw is what they would like have a nightmare about. And I'm like, at the end of the day, the phones are really making their lives more miserable than not. So, but why is it that people can't just tune off? Why can't they just cut it off?
Okay, well, let me give you, personal story here, right? Even my own family. So it's like the reason is like we're talking about even kids here now, right? It's like my daughter is 14, she's about to be 15. We visited, my parents on Friday. So she was just on her phone, right? She was on her phone, and and her grandpa asked her, "Are you always on your phone like that?" He said, "Yeah." So what time is like? What time do you like? Do you uh? What time do you cut up a film before you go to bed? She said she never cut it up until she goes to bed. You know what I mean? Something like that, right? It's like she's hugging that thing until she falls asleep,
Yes, until they
right?
fall asleep.
She's hugging that thing, and then he suggested, I think a healthy balance would be 2 hours at least before you go to bed, right? Take your mind off it. And my daughter felt like, what? 2 hours? It's like, he's saying
That's
like
a
two
lot.
hours.
You're asking
That's
too
like
much.
that's like it's like that's like a I mean it's like that's like I mean that's a torture, right? It's like basically torturing me to, he telling me to give him a phone for 2 hours, right? The kids has become so addicted to that thing. It's not only them, even adults. As I said, right?
It's
You will
torturing them.
you know you'll go somewhere. Folks will go somewhere. It's like having fun.
Go to the
Having
restaurant, they don't know how to
conversation.
put their phone down and
Yeah.
engage in real conversation. I'm not addicted to my phone. Actually, I get in trouble. I don't get in trouble, but I know people get mad that whenever they call me all day long, I'm saying, please text me, or I don't see the text until hours later. Oh,
Mhm.
if people were depending on you, they would die. I'm just like, but I'm at work. Like, why should I be paying attention to my phone at work, right? And then
Mhm.
after working all day and looking at my computer screen, when I come home, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I want to do on my phone is play my game. That is me. And
Yeah.
there's this. It's called Block Jam, Marble
Okay.
Master. I don't even
Mhm.
play Candy Crush like I used to since I discovered all these other games. But that's my unwinding. So I'm not absorbing all the superficial things and all the shock waves and sound bites. I mean, I'm the last person to know. I literally go to work sometimes and everybody's like, I didn't even know this the government has shut down. That's how bad it is.
Mm.
People
Okay.
always, somebody has to tell me like, girl,
But
you
so you
didn't know
don't
that
have
we're in a
wait,
shutdown.
wait. So you don't have like any notification on your phone, like if something happens,
I
like
silence all my notifications.
okay, okay, okay.
So that's
Wow.
why when the chat room, it'll be 85 or 135 text messages later.
Yeah,
And then I
yeah,
catch up.
yeah.
Yep. I silence all my notifications. When I'm at work, I'm at work. I have no room. And I just told myself today, I said, Denise, you need to do a better job at least checking your phone for text messages. Because apparently everybody wants to text you when you're at work. I'm like, why aren't y'all working? Why are y'all texting? That's just the people are just addicted to their phone. I think that's just the thing
Mm-hmm.
that even though you're at work, you still finding time to be engaged on the phone. Study shows 8 hour day, you're only getting 2.5 hours worth of work out of people.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
You know what, folks, tonight we are talking about the rise of the 10-second attention span. Are we losing patience as a society? I mean, everywhere you look, no one seems to have patience anymore, right? Because everything is like it's so fast, everything going at us. And it's like the whole thing now. I mean, today is Entertainment Monday, and we are talking about this in the context of entertainment. Has our phone, has these short videos become like I mean, like the mode of entertainment now for all of us, as Miss B is saying? No one can put their phone down anymore. You're either texting on that thing or watching Facebook reels. You're not even watching Facebook videos anymore. You're watching Facebook reels. You watch you watch you watch it TikTok videos. It's like
Or
it just
stories. Like I will post something in my story and I'll forget about it. And next thing you know, I come back to my DM and it's like all these DMs. and all
Hmm.
these people watch my stories, and I'm just like, I don't even need to post on the feed anymore. Nobody wants to take the time to read the post. They just want to see the story. Yep, they just want to see the sound bites and the stuff that you post in your stories.
It's all about sound bites now, right? Whoever can is like they call it. I mean, the clickbait. Whoever can have the sound bites, clickbait, and that's what. The, and like you have the most famous entertainers right now, and I mean, are not even the Hollywood stars, right? Is those
Mm-mm.
TikTok, Instagram influencers that have like maybe 200 million followers, and they have all these, maybe like 20 million YouTube subscribers. These are the entertainers now, folks that
Yep.
were gravitating towards, folks are
Yep.
looking forward to, right?
Yep.
And like you talk about a podcaster like Joe Rogan, right? Or Joe Rogan, whatever he says, I mean, it becomes like a gospel. Like Candice Owen, all these like influencers or podcasters is like
Yep.
it's all about the clickbacks, right? It's all about the
Yep.
sound bites they are delivering out there. So they are becoming like the entertainers. Whoever can say the most crazy stuff. These are the entertainers we are gravitating toward, the likes of Tom Cruise, Denzel Washington, Tina, maybe a
Yeah.
movie star. I cannot even remember any new movie stars anyway. It's only the old stars, and the only reason why they are still sticking around is because they made their name long time ago.
Yeah, and they can still some. You're right. I don't know none of the young folks. I
you
don't
know,
know.
you
I
know,
don't know none of the newer generation. I mean, unless you're in like a Marvel movie, then maybe, and you're new, then yeah. But besides that, I mean, we know Zendaya and Tom Holland. Spider-Man. I can't think of anybody else in that age group that I can think of off the top of my head that's a major actor or actress right now, to be honest.
you can. All of the major actors, or even the case, all of the major actors, I think they are all older folks. The Tom Cruise, the Denzel Washingtons,
Yep.
all of these folks, right? Is like they are the ones still putting movies out there, right? The movie studios are still relying on them to sell movies. You
Yep.
bring a new actor, is going that stuff is going to flop so bad because no one is good except maybe he or she is an influencer, and then you try to make that transition into a movie. That's the only way, but just come from out of the blue, back in the day, right? Like, I mean, another one, maybe you might have missed. MTV's of all MTV of all things is going out of business. MTV.
You're
Yeah,
kidding me.
I'm telling you, no one has the patience to
I
sit there
can't
and
tell the
watch.
last time.
Okay.
Yeah, that
I mean,
MTV.
you watch music,
Wow.
you watch music videos, right? The platform like folks are consuming their music these days is YouTube.
Yeah, YT
YouTube.
Music. I pay that fourteen
Okay.
ninety nine faithfully every month. I don't
Okay.
even care for commercials. And
No,
I can watch videos and listen to the song on my YT Music.
that's where so this platform, I
Those are
mean,
the
is like
things I'm not gonna let go. There's certain things I'm gonna continue to pay for every month, even though I should not be paying for it. But I
yeah,
faithfully every month I pay for my YT Music.
okay. Yeah, so it's like, I mean, with that in that regard, though, right, our platforms kind of a conditional to expect like instant gratification. Is that has it all become about instant
Yeah, because
gratification?
I can't tell the last movie we went to the movie theater to see, and when a movie comes out, be like, okay, I really want to go see this movie. I was gonna go see Highest to Lowest, but streaming networks, they have a great marriage now with the movie theater, so you can see. I think Sinners was the last thing we went to the movie theater to go see, the Michael B. Jordan movie Sinners, and it was worth it. And I purposely told myself, no, this one I need to go to the theaters to see it. I'm not gonna let it come home, for streaming. But I saw Highest to Lowest, the ASAP Rocky and Denzel Washington movie, which is a good movie. But I saw it at home. I just streamed it on Prime the other day, and I must say, Denzel's not going away anytime soon because they had Denzel running. Can you imagine 72-year-old man running after ASAP Rocky?
Look, I'm saying, right, like in order maybe for that movie to have the maybe, I mean, the reason why you probably might have watched it, right? Not so much because of A$AP Rocky, but because what maybe
But
Denzel
Denzel
was,
Washington, oh
yeah,
yeah, I'm
Denzel was in it.
I'm
you
gonna
know,
go see every Denzel movie. I went.
okay,
Oh no, We did go see Gladiator. Did Gladiator come out this year or last year? We went to go see Gladiator. We went to the theaters to go see Gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it. And of course, Denzel was in it. I'm going to go see every Denzel movie that comes out in the theater because he said he's going to do 5 more movies and then he's going to retire. So anything Denzel, I'm going to the movie theater to experience him in the theater. And Highest to Lowest is I was just so busy. And so I finally gave in and just watched it. It's been on Prime for a while and I finally gave in and watched it this gone weekend. But yeah, I'm going to go see Liam Neeson. Anything Liam Neeson, I'm going to go to the movie theater. Jason Statham. All the old people, right? I'm gonna go see it because I know I'm guaranteed to enjoy the movie. It's gonna be a great date night. And I'm sorry, but outside of that, I don't know what's taking me to the theater. I will more likely go to see a play these days, and I'm gonna go see the theater. Then I'm gonna go to the movie theater.
No, and you're right. I know one, and that's why, like, I mean, movie theaters all over this country, I mean, they are struggling because no one's
Yeah.
going all the way. Like back in the days, right? You never used to have bars at movie theaters, right? Now, like, I have gone to movie theaters where there's an actual bar.
Yeah,
Okay.
they all have bars.
Oh, they all have bar. Okay.
Yeah, they're trying. It's a part of the experience now.
Yeah, because guess what? They are trying to do everything they can, right, to get
Yep.
folks, to
Yeah.
actually bring folks in there. But even though it's hard, even that is so hard because man, maybe that you can take your kids there, right? And then instead of you going watch a movie with them, you just sit down at the bar, knock yourself out.
Go watch the movie, Abraham.
Knock
Don't
yourself
hang
out.
out at the bar.
Well, but that's the reason why they have the bar there, right? If you take your kids there or something, because sometimes it is the kids that, even like sometimes you said the movies come out, so oh yeah, they still want to go to the movie, but even then the
Yeah.
majority of them even don't want to do it anymore, right?
No,
But you hardly
exactly.
see an adult though. You hardly see an adult who just want to, who like back in the day, you see your friend call you, hey man, that hit
Let's
up the
go to
movie
the
theater.
movies. It was such
Yeah,
a
they hit
girls'
up the
night
movie
thing to
theater.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, these days, no one want to do that. No one,
No.
because our attention span is so short, right? We don't have the patience to go sit down in the
That and
movie theater.
streaming though. I think streaming is really causing that.
Even
It's like
even the
even
streaming, right?
radio though.
Wait. Even the streaming, right? It's the binge watching people are doing right now, right? It's like, I
Yeah.
mean, and these episodes are very, very short, right? They come on maybe like 20 minutes for episode, and
Yeah.
then boom,
Yep.
and then maybe you get addicted to that. You know what? I want to see the next one. You know?
I do binge watching. I
Okay,
do.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. My husband and I will binge watch on a Saturday. We'll do
See.
binge watching. But then I'm thinking radio's probably having the same problem.
No, every major, right? I mean, radio is worse. No one. How many people listening to radios now? I mean, that's why even like Sirius FM, I think like even Spotify, right, want to do like first, even with their podcasting, right, because they have podcast platform, they were doing all just audio. They want to go to the video form, right? It's like because that's the
Mm-hmm.
only, they are partnering with Netflix to do videos, right?
Hmm.
To kind of, yeah, to go more into videos because, as I said, right, folks want to have this experience that can draw their attention. If someone just sitting down, you're not seeing them or you're not seeing their reaction and just talking at you. No one wants that anymore, right? Because
No, yeah.
our
I mean,
attention
the
span.
Breakfast Club, I like listening to them still on the radio, but
They do.
besides that,
I mean,
I don't.
they do have their YouTube channel. I mean, the
They
Breakfast
have
Club.
their channel. They have, yeah. So
Mhm.
they're recorded in the studio, which I think is what has really kept them so relevant. And so basically, it's just basically either you decide you can watch them on iHeartRadio or you
Mhm.
can listen to them, right? But
Yeah,
you're getting the same
that's right.
feel. So
That's
I
right.
listen to them in the morning on my way to work. Um, but yeah, I mean, radio, KDWB. I can't tell the last time because I have my YT music. I can plug my music into my car, and I don't have to deal with all the news and all the commercial breaks and all the bad advertisement. I listen, and then my radio YT music knows me. Like if I put on Chris Brown, I'm gonna get Davido. I'm gonna get Burna Boy. I'm gonna get. It just knows me. It learns me as it's like AI, I guess. It learns me and puts the same thing back to back. And then people get in my car, they're like, oh, your playlist. I'm like, what playlist? All I did was put in one song and it knows what genre I like. It'll mix up my R&B
Hmm.
and my
Yeah,
country now. That's
yeah.
how well it has learned me.
But I mean, like, if you seen that you don't even listen to KMOJ or KDWB anymore, right? You know what's that doing to local businesses? Because back in
I
the day,
know,
like
especially
local business,
KMOJ.
yeah, local businesses were advertising. I mean, those were the advertising avenues, right? Is where to go because they felt like the local community was listening to them. Now everyone, now
So
no
if
one is
you're a
listening.
restaurant, you have to have an influencer. So we are doing that, because we own the strip mall, and so
Hmm.
we're working with influencers now. That's the new thing you got to
To
do.
bring, to bring it,
To bring
to bring it,
traffic, yes.
yeah,
We're not
you know.
paying for Camo J ads. I'm sorry. We're not paying for radio ads anymore. We're paying influencers to show up to our festival, to come into our strip mall, to visit our businesses and share it on their social media. When I want to know what to do, I go to Instagram and check in with some of my influencers to figure out what to do in the Twin Cities, what new restaurant I should be eating at. That's the way of advertising. I'm sorry.
Okay. And I mean, it's attention span, lack of, it's like we losing patience in society, right? I mean, and the other aspects, what's that doing to like relationships, right? Because these days, I don't know about, folks going on first dates and stuff, right? If you don't impress on a first date, you lose that stuff so fast. It's like because
It's funny you talk about that because when I go to the restaurant, I'm always checking to see who has their phone out and who doesn't. And when I
okay.
see people with their phone, I was like, oh no, that one's not working out. That's not going anywhere.
Oh man.
I'm like that relationship is not working out. That's not going out. And if they look like an older couple, I'm like, oh, they headed for divorce.
Oh man. Yeah. I
And
mean, there has to
because
be.
of that, so I make it a habit for us not to put our phones up because we do post our food and different things on our social media. So when we're done doing that, we put the phone away and we engage in conversation. I'm like, nope.
So you guys wait for the full count stick, do your snap or do your videos and then post it on your Instagram and then what? Before you guys eat, everyone put their food.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
okay,
Yes.
okay.
Maybe I'm oversharing, but
We talk about the
when you get to
overshare
be
and
a
then
certain age and you've
we
been
talk,
together for a long time,
we talk
you'd be
about the
amazed at things you talk about at the dinner table. That had nothing. We were talking about bio. It made no sense why we were talking. And we were having the most funniest time talking
mm,
about things that are coming out of your body that does not need to be coming out of your body. But it was funny. But and I'm sure people like we was like, are we really having this conversation? But we realized like if you really just take your time, and dinner didn't even last that long, to be honest, because you see the
mhm.
restaurants are on a timer. They really
Yeah,
are. Of
yeah.
from when you come in, they give you your food. And when we thought about it and we looked at it, it was like the whole process was 45 minutes. 45 minutes.
Hmm.
Honestly. I was like,
Yeah.
wow. And so we were looking for somewhere to go, which sucks because you go out to eat and then you just want to find somewhere you can go dance, hear some music, and chill. And so we were asking the guy on the way out. He works at, we went to the free house. And he was like, I don't know where they got ballroom music. I was like, dang, do we look like the type of people that want to go do some ball?
Yeah.
I was like, wow. He's like, I'm going to a smoke out. And I'm like, what's a smoke out? He's like, just a place we just go and smoke. I'm like, wow. Times have changed. I'm like, I know when I used to go out to eat, then from there I used to be able to hop somewhere, hear some music, dance, burn some energy, and then go home. It's like it's hard to find somewhere besides going to an actual club. But you don't want to do that. But
Yeah, there's no, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. There's no, like, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no, like, a lounge, right?
yeah,
Forget about hookah. I'm not talking about hookah lounge or something like that.
no,
Just a regular lounge. You go, you know, cool music, great music, right? Just
yeah,
listen, relax, dance, whatever you want to do. Now you don't have those. You don't have those things anymore because, man, it's all about. It's the same thing, right? If someone opens us a joint, you're gonna be competing with the hookah spots. The hot places. it's going to be hard to attract, people, right? Because people might come in and say, gosh, this place is boring. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to be here, because it's not popping, because it's no drama. There's no this, there's no that, so
In the
I mean,
gold room, they were fighting there for the umpteenth time again this weekend. My husband and I was seeing the video. I mean, like young people. That's why I don't want to be in the same atmosphere with y'all, because who wants to go out, get dressed? You're in a space, you're having a good time, and then the big brawl breaks out, and it's just like boom, 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 boom. And I just feel sorry for the business owner, because it's like, yes, you didn't ask for that, right? And then people like, oh, the owner, you can't blame the owner. They didn't
no.
ask for that. They're creating an atmosphere where music is going to be there, drinks is going to be there, food is going to be there. And it's going to be this young crowd that just does not give a think, are going to come and just mess up your establishment. So now Gold Room is going to be facing all kind of fines. The city wants to shut them down. And all they were doing was just trying to operate their nightclub.
Yeah, I mean, for when it comes to nightclubs, it's always a tough business, right? Because to your point, your goal as an owner, as an entrepreneur, right, is to bring in clients and stuff like that. But clients, as like, folks don't know how, just don't know how to behave at times, right? Like, they do
No.
some dumb shit. You go out to have fun, and start acting like a gangster, or stop, doing things that are not necessary. Just have your fun and go home to your family, but or maybe go home, to whoever. But it's just a tough business, though, right? And things like that. And that's why I think people, like, as when you go to the South, people are gravitating towards the hookah bar stuff, because you come in there, you sit, you and your crowd, you sit and stuff like that. The whole nightclub scene, they're getting away from that, because that's what it always causes, right? It causes violence and guns and fighting and brawls and all those stuff.
Yeah, so just as we're on the topic of lounge,
Mm,
shout out to my friend. He's going to be doing his soft launch on November 29th. Casa Afrique Lounge is in
right.
Brooklyn Park.
Okay.
And we will
Okay.
be there holiday weekend, the day after Black Friday, November 29th.
Okay.
It's Casa Afrique Lounge in Brooklyn Park. We'll be opening November 29th.
What is the lounge about? Is it a hookah lounge, or is it
No
a
hookah for
regular
right
lounge?
now.
Okay.
By summer, he's hoping to do a patio and offer hookah on the patio. But for right
Okay.
now, it's a lounge. It's nice inside. Hopefully, it'll be grown and sexy, and we can keep it that way. But sometimes you grown folks, y'all don't like to come out. Y'all don't come out enough, and it's the young people that be out, but then the young people don't know how to behave. So
Well, I mean, you are here, obviously, promoting him tonight, right? Giving him a shout out. Sometimes, right, these things, right, the marketing aspect of it. If you're opening such an establishment, right, I know these days everyone like to, market online, on the internet. Get some flyers out there, man. Right, go in the community, get flyers out there, see where people are hanging out, where people are, just get out there and give out flyers, right, to people,
yeah,
or word of mouth, and things like that, right, for folks to come to your establishment. But I think we need more lounges in this community. We
yeah.
have Jumbo, we have Purple Rose. We need more. you know
And I think another thing is like these lounges, what you can do is
hmm
because adults, one, we don't like to stand in line, and what is this entrance fee thing? I think the young folks are okay standing in line, they're okay with entrance fee, right?
hmm
But as an adult, you're gonna get more out of me than that entrance fee, right? If I'm coming in with my friends, we're gonna get a table, we're gonna get some bottles. The moment you put entrance fee, you have turned your place into a club to me.
so you think they should you can creatively, though, right, put an entrance fee into other services, I mean, within the establishment. So you think
Yeah,
they
in
should,
the liquor.
they should put in the liquor.
Yeah. If you think, okay, everywhere in the North Loop, it's getting you go in there for free, right? We went to the first place we went to was Nolo's. The only reason we left Nolo's was because their kitchen was closed. By
hmm
9:45, the kitchen had closed. But
Okay.
it was packing there. And people were still coming for free to drink and talk with their friends. That's where you
Mm.
see the white spots do. You go to North Loop, nothing in there charges you an entrance fee, as soon as we get an establishment, we want to try entrance fee, right? And once you put that entrance fee, you give it that club vibe, even if that's not what you're going for. And you're giving that club vibe because you're thinking, say, oh, people are going to come and who's going to go into an establishment and not spend $20? Who's going to go into an establishment? Or this is what you do. You say, you know what? I charge you the $20. I give you a ticket. You go to the bar and now you can use this ticket towards your drink. If you feel like, yeah. But the moment you're charging an entrance fee, then you charge me a fee when I go sit down at a table and buy the drinks, and you charge me for food. You turn it into that lounge atmosphere. And adults, again, we just want to open the door and walk in, have a table, and start ordering our food, our drinks. We don't want to have that whole line, standing in line. We went to Purple Rose the other day, and I saw the line, and I'm like, I'm too old to be standing in line. I can't tell the last time I stood in line for anything. Yeah, I'm not doing the standing in line thing, right? And he doesn't say, okay, VIP entrance this way or anything like that, or at least create that opportunity for me too. It's like, I don't want to stand in line. Not that I'm too good or anything for standing in line, but I feel I work too hard at this point. And I'm tired. When I come out, I want to use every bit of that energy to have fun. I don't want to be standing in nobody's line to pay no entrance fee. I'm going to pay it anyways because I'm going to buy drinks, period. So you're going to get your money.
Of course, that's the attention span we are talking about, right? Miss B
Yes,
doesn't have the
yes.
patience to stay in line.
And when I factor all of that,
Doesn't
I
have the
stay my
patience
butt
to
home.
stay in line. Because even at a free establishment, I think you still need to stay in line because it's gonna be crowded to get in there because it's free. Would
No,
you?
no.
What do
Went
you
to
mean no?
Plush. No,
Okay, make
went
that
to
make sense
Plush.
to me.
Plush was free. Plush
Uh,
was free because
uh,
the whole process of paying is causing the line to be long.
okay.
The only thing the guy did was, and then we had our ID ready. It was like literally was in there within 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, I think as a business, even though it's an entertainment segment, but as a business model, I think that's a great. If someone listening, an entrepreneur who's into who wants to get into the entertainment business, I think that's a great idea, right? Especially in the northwest suburb here, right, where there's a huge concentration of African immigrants and African Americans, right? I think that would be a great idea. I think so, right? Just open a lounge, free entrance,
Free
liquor.
entrance. Yeah.
I mean, folks can
All
come
the
in there.
restaurants know where they make their money. You make your money off your alcohol.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
I mean,
you make your money off the alcohol. And then if you have food, you're making your money off the food and the alcohol. Like you go to any of these white spots, it's free to get in. Nobody's charging you. You go to the Loop, you go to Soho, you go to any of these spaces. And then at nighttime they have the music is banging, so you can be in your area of the restaurant and dancing. You go to the W. We all go to the W. W has never charged people to get in there. It's free.
which one's the W? Where is
Oh,
that?
the W is the W Hotel, is the Frachet W Hotel. The lounge downstairs is called the W.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always been free. You don't pay. Always been free. Even Seven, when Seven was open, Seven didn't charge you to go in there either. The Seven Lounge, it never charged us to go in there. You just pay for your drinks and liquor and your food.
Makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, yeah, that would. For the entrepreneur listening, right? Those that want to get into the entertainment business, especially in our community, not only here in Minnesota, right, but all over. I think it's a great idea. It's a great idea. It will encourage folks to come through the door, to do whatever it is that they want to do. And I think, yeah, you can, because back in the day, right, even right here in Minnesota, right, on Broken Boulevard, which was it Blondies or something?
Yeah.
It's like
Bloodies
that's
never charged.
and that's
Never.
probably used to make
Yep.
money.
Yep.
you
And
know, in
Crave
the
now, you go downtown to Crave. Crave doesn't charge. It be packed. They have a rooftop in the summertime. They don't charge you an entrance fee. I think what happens is these promoters, I know they want to make their money. They'll align with the owner, and the owner is okay. Yeah, you can charge your cover charge. I'm gonna get my money off the liquor anyways, and that's how come some of them end up charging entrance fee.
so
Promoter
you
wants to
think
make their
so you think it so you think the promoters are the one encouraging the entrance fee.
Oh yeah, because that's how the promoter is not carrying the burden of the liquor license as the owner, right? You're
Hmm.
not helping the owner to buy their liquor. So the only way you can make money is off the entrance fee. The owner's gonna make their money off the liquor.
Okay, so the more people you can bring to that spot, you know what I mean, and pay the entrance fee. Okay, but anyway, but I mean, I don't even see how active promoters are anymore. Do we still need
They're
promoters in this
not.
community?
They're not.
So
They're
if you
not.
have if you have your establishment, why even you can go the route of influencers like you are doing instead of promoters, can't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Influencers. And then honestly, if you're a nightclub, you don't even need to pay a influencer. Once, especially now, once you've gained that, like Giddy, I have yet to make it to Giddy. I've been promoting Giddy for probably a year or two now. Giddy downtown Minneapolis on First Avenue. What used to be the Fine Line is now where Giddy is. Um, you don't need a promoter for that place. You don't need influence for that place because it's kind of built its reputation, right? It's a
Mhm.
nice spot. I don't know if Giddy charges an entrance fee. I know the guy who owns it or runs it. I'm not sure if he charges an entrance fee, but that place is always packed. And he's one for always bringing artists. So he had an African artist out there again, Afrobeat artist. He loves to bring Afrobeats artists, big or small. He likes to bring them in town. He's the one that had Fireboy DML over the
Mm.
summer. Yeah,
I think
and he
I
has
think right.
somebody in this weekend.
I think that's the draw, right? Is someone because like I think I mentioned on one of our segment, my frustration with the promoters here these days, they have all just forgotten the whole idea or the whole purpose or the whole about the whole promoting stuff because like Jumbo, as well, I like Jumbo, but it's the same thing every weekend. Purple Rose, same thing every weekend.
Yeah,
It's like they're not bringing in, they're not, and like back in the day, they used to do these things, right? They used to bring in artists. Now, like the Afrobeat world, where there's so many artists, none of them are coming through. None of
no,
them is like, what's
no.
going on? Right? They should be coming like a jumbo to me is like it shouldn't be maybe like every month, but maybe once a quarter.
Even
Bring
once
someone
a
through.
quarter, if they brought an artist.
Yeah, bring someone through. But
Jumbo
it's a
has
team.
relied on their DJs for the longest time, and I think they got real competition now because we went two Saturdays ago. We went to all of them. We hopped to all of them, right?
Mhm.
And I feel Purple Rose is getting the most crowd right now because it looks nice in there. Jumbo is kind of old and outdated. So Purple Rose is getting the crowd because he's going to get a more of an older crowd because he has more, it's a nicer setup, more of a lounge setup, and then I think he separates the hookah. That's another thing. Some of us don't want that hookah in the same space as those of us who don't do hookah. So he separates the hookah, and he has this lounge feel. Like everywhere has seating, right? He just has a little bit of dance floor, but where you're sitting at, you can dance there too. So, I like his setup, but he charges an entrance fee. That's the one I don't have time for. But I like it sort of it's a nicer space. Jumbo is kind of old, very young crowd, and it used to be very crowded. But now, they're getting competition with the Purple Rose, and now with my boy opening Casa Afrique, I'm sure there's gonna be even more competition with them. They need to, switch it up a little bit at Jumbo.
Yeah, I mean, if you give me Jumbo and Purple Rose any day, it's just me. I'll take Jumbo. Music is better, you
You would
know.
think Jumbo because of the DJ. What's the real reason for picking Jumbo?
Music, DJ, right?
The
Just the
DJ.
DJ. That's the only thing I was.
That's why I said
Purple,
they've
yeah,
relied on that, and has been their moneymaker.
Purple Rose. So, man, they still got a lot of work to do with that DJ, right? The DJ need to do a DJ need to do a better job. And then the other thing, though, right? Like, even those are small hookah, right? Like, I mean, the reason why they separated hookahs by the city of Crystal, I think that wasn't by design. I mean, that's how they had to do it, right? Because at the pub, at the hookah joint, there's no music. Music is not allowed there. It's only,
No,
I mean,
the
has
state
it changed?
law the state law says that's how you're supposed to do it. We're not
Uh,
going to
uh,
report our people, but yeah,
okay.
the
So even
way Purple Rose is doing, that's the legal way it's supposed to be done.
so, how come there's no music then in I mean at the hookah joint at the hookah
I
spot?
don't know why he chooses not to have music there, but legally, that's why you will find a hookah lounge is not in restaurants because you would think, oh, why can't you have to separate the food and hookah place? And
Not
most
okay, not the food.
hookah when
What
they
can't
first
you have? Can't you have the hookah and the alcohol?
you can have hookah and alcohol, but you can't have hookah and food.
No,
They
I
have
agree.
to.
I agree with the
Yeah.
food, but why can't you have the hookah and the alcohol?
You can have the hookah and alcohol. If he's separating, I've never gone on the hookah because I don't do hookah. If he's not having hookah and he's not having music, I mean, if he's not having alcohol and music, that's his choice.
Oh,
But
okay.
the legal law says you cannot have hookah and restaurant in the same space. You
I agree
have to
with that,
separate
but
them.
he
Yeah.
but he has the alcohol separate and the hookah spot is separate, and
Yeah.
the hookah spot there's no music there. So if you want
That's
to
his
go,
choice. Maybe he
okay,
hasn't fully been able to, maybe like he can't navigate having music in both spaces and having alcohol and it will cost for him to have more staff.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so great segment tonight. Focus a 1 hour show.
I know
Now,
it's our hours already gone up, but yeah.
so but it's been a great show, right? Our attention span, as Miss B said, she can't stay in line anymore, so she want a joint, a lounge, that's going to offer her free entry, so she don't have to
Free
stay in line.
entrance.
But free entry,
A
still have to stay.
VIP entrance. Either you give me a VIP entrance or free entrance. Yes.
Okay, okay. So the all the promoters out there, all the entertainers out there, I hope you are listening. And man, big up to Afrik Lounge that's coming on,
Yeah.
is coming online
Which
soon.
which I will say my boys at Jumbo do that for me when I go out there. They give me a VIP entrance. I don't stand in line. So shout out
Okay.
to Jumbo.
So y'all celebrity, y'all local celebrity right here in the Nova suburb, or right here in Minnesota, a local celebrity, folks. But anyways, I should wrap this up. Last word.
Last word is I don't know, people enjoy being in the moment. Put the phones down. You're not missing out on anything. Enjoy being in the moment.
Yeah. And I would say, man, I know, like take some time to read books, folks. We see it's like the reason why we are all worried that ChatGPT or AI is coming for our jobs because we all don't. If you ask someone, when was the last time you read a book? I don't know. Okay.
I
You
did read
know,
a book this year. It's called Financial Fitness,
okay.
by Faith. Yeah, I recommend that to folks because I did say I was going to try to read more this year, and I did accomplish that book, Financial Fitness and with Faith.
And as we get close to the end of the year, that's it. When is the segment we're gonna do here? Right? Encourage folks, put down the phone, take 1 hour a month, take a couple of hours a month, get a book, read a book, just any book, so something that will intrigue you, something that will interest you. Because the reason why, as I said, we are all worried, AI is coming to take our job because of the 10 seconds videos we are watching on TikTok, on YouTube, or on Facebook. Is that it's like no one has patience anymore, right? It's like everything now, now,
But
now.
AI itself is telling you that he wants you to attend a master class
That's
on
just
Instagram. So if I was
so.
there on social media, how AI would be attracting me to the master class.
so No, you have to get no. I mean, social media is necessary, right? I mean, the rise of like the Zoran Madani and social. We all need social media. It's not a social media has a lot of good. It has done a lot of good for society.
Yeah.
Again, though, right? The downside to that is like, boy, oh boy, it has gotten all of us addicted. The reason why for the longest I never had a Facebook app until we got this thing going, because you get on that thing, on that blue app, it just keep going. Whew. You just keep scrolling from one video, one stuff, one story to another. So, but I think, man, we should. I know we are losing patience as a society, but we should try to get to listening to each other more, reading books, and doing as Miss B said. Right? I think we have said it even on this platform. Putting your phone down, doing the outdoors thing. Minnesota has a great outdoor activity. I know a lot of other states have great outdoor activities. Just do something. Put that phone down and do something. 3 hours every Saturday, I just go play basketball with my boys. I don't touch my phone. Yeah, 3 hours every Saturday. I don't touch my phone. Just like that. So,
So
but
this Zoran guy,
mhm.
Kwame, he's from Uganda. Where are his parents from?
India.
Mhm.
So
So
his
the
parents,
Indian people went to Uganda to go born a child.
yeah. So India, yeah. His parents are from India. They established a business in Uganda. That's where they spend all of their life, most of their life. Most of these, I mean, the Indians and the Lebanese do that, right? They are Lebanese in Liberia, obviously. So I've been the other Western a little bit, I mean, just to answer your question there, but a lot of Indians, or Southeast Asians and Middle Easterners, from Lebanon or Syria will go in African countries, establish businesses, and stay there forever. Where basically is their home, right? So Uganda is that's where it's like he asked Ramadan, where's he from? He's from Uganda, right?
Wow.
But his parents are from India.
He already has aged 10 years. I was shocked to know that I'm older than this man.
Oh yeah, he's
He's
30.
34 years old. He does
Yeah,
not look 34 years old. He's already has aged 10, 20 years just being in running for this seat, let alone he hasn't even started to serve yet. So
okay.
congratulations again.
Yep, yep. And that's all because of social media, right? It's like he was overlooked. So social media has a lot of good thing. And
Yeah,
I think
social media really helped him.
Peter, Peterson and I had this thing. I think like we talk about it was on one segment where why is everyone so mad? Like social media caused an overshoot of couple of regime this year, one in Africa and one in Asia, right? It's like
Hmm.
bunch of Gen Zers came together. They say,
Yeah,
what, they were fed up with, with this crap. They created they created a WhatsApp group. Okay, got in there, organized, and boom, the rest is history,
that's
right?
what the Tanzania person was telling me. Said, "Oh, these Gen Zers, everybody's scared of the. Even in Kenya, they're scared of the Gen Zers." I'm like, "Oh, these Gen Zers will tell you it's not happening and it's not gonna happen." I'm like, "Wow."
Yeah, they go on social media, they organize, right? Spread the word, and everyone just hook up to it, and the rest is history, right? It's like no gun can stop them. So that's the thing. So social media is powerful, right? It's
That is
like
very powerful.
you can't. It just because it all comes down to the flow of information. It's hard to control information,
Yeah.
right? So once you get out there,
I wanted
you know,
to touch on this Cardi B story today.
go
Y'all
ahead,
need
go
to
ahead.
talk to y'all boy Offset. He is thirsty and desperate. He's like, you don't know what you got until it's gone. He needs to leave this woman alone. He has the audacity to post, and congratulations on the new baby. She gave birth last week, I believe. He had the audacity to post, he's the father, talking about my baby. And then he deleted it. He is nowhere
Whoa.
near yeah, because technically in the state of Georgia, he has the right to paternity for the child because him and Cardi are still married on paper. But he knows rightfully so that that baby is not his baby. That is Stefan's and Cardi B's baby.
Oh,
But
Stefan.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the father of her child. And
Well,
he
if I was
knows
Stefan
that.
Diggs, if I was Stefan Diggs, though, I'll go do DNA. You never know.
Wow, Abraham.
Hey, if someone
You
come out
men
of the
are
blue,
something else.
if someone
This
come out of the blue and
this
say, "Hey,
man
is
cheated on
that
this woman so many times, dogged her out, embarrassed her, and she finally leaves you. Didn't waste time. She left you, got pregnant for somebody that's moved on to another relationship, signed the papers Offset, let it go. It's done.
how do you know she
It's,
move on? He was saying
what
that's
do
his
you mean?
baby.
One more
Okay. How do you know she move on? Okay. I mean, I'm just saying,
one more evidence of moving on do you need?
If I was Stefan Diggs, I would do DNA. That's what I'm saying. So Stefan, I mean, my boy, man, is like, if I were you, you used to be in Minnesota here, right? You took part, you were part of that Minnesota miracle, right? Minneapolis miracle, Minnesota miracle, however we want to call it, right? It's like, so I would tell you, man, Cardi B, she's from Diara, do that DNA, do that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a,
Y'all talk to your boy Offset.
okay.
We'll take care of the Stephon Diggs DNA, but talk to Offset, let him sign the papers, let him keep it moving. It's over. It's done.
Okay, okay. Well, folks, that's it right there. That's it for the show tonight. We'll be back here tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then hopefully, no, not hopefully, we'll be back Friday as well for our social segment. So, but thank you so much for listening tonight. As always, we appreciate you for tuning in every weeknight 7:30. Great entertainment. But we'll be back here tomorrow with another great topic. Miss B, thank you so much, and you have a
Good
good
night,
night.
everyone.